Hi, everybody. Ted Jordan here with Professional Acting for the Long Haul. This week, we're going to be talking about you getting a ton of work, then all of a sudden, you have an opportunity to do a union gig. What does that mean for you? It means you have the opportunity to join SAG-AFTRA. Ooh, big deal, right? Yeah, it can be, depending on what market you're in, though. Remember, you're in business to generate income, okay? So you always want to weigh all of your options. Now, let's say you're in St. Louis, Missouri, because that's where we're from. Now, I've worked in two markets consistently, at St. Louis and New Orleans. Now, let me tell you my experience with that. Now, being in the union, I know a lot of union actors who are in the union, they love it. I also know a lot of people who've gone FICOR, so they love that status because they can continue to work and they're not bothered by the encumbrances that go along with the union. There's benefits and downsides to anything that you do, so you must do your homework, you must do your research in order to find out what fits well and best for you, not somebody else. Now, before Eric Greitens, our governor here, decided to take our lovely state of Missouri back to a right to work state, the unions were howling and crying because, you saw these bumper stickers saying that, right to work is bad for Missouri. Well, right to work, for people to be working, and especially if you're working in a chosen profession that you love, how can that be wrong? They're saying it's wrong because you're not joining the union and you're taking, and you're utilizing the benefits that they worked hard to put together. And I understand some of that because it's a lot of work and effort putting an organization together, but at the same time, it's not right or fair for anyone to stop you from working in your chosen profession if you don't want to join the union. Now, if you're in a right to work state, you don't have to join the union. You can do as many union gigs as you like because by law, you're allowed to do that. It overrides anything the union's talking about. So if you're in a right to work state, you can apply for and get gigs that are union, and you can take full advantage and benefits of that, and you don't have to join the union. I myself am SAG eligible, and I have done that very thing. Now, am I snubbing the nose at the union? No, I'm not doing that at all. I'm just telling you my experience, and I'm sharing that with you. I'm not scared of them. I don't care. I just want you to know what you need to know if you don't know. See, a lot of things aren't given to you. A lot of information, all the information isn't given to you like you need to have. Now, I'm going to try to clarify some things for you so you know what you need to know in order to make good, qualified, and good, intelligent decisions that you need to make for yourself as an actor so you can be in this thing for the long haul. Now, if you want to join the union, fantastic. There are great benefits to that. But when the union goes on strike, like any other union you've heard, guess what? You don't work. You have to wait until the thing is ratified, the two sides come together, and they talk and they hammer out the contracts. In the meantime, your family's starving, or you have to go and get a 9-to-5 until the union has ratified, the contract with the particular clients and studios before you can go back to work. So that's a downside to that, but there's fantastic benefits to it too, and I've been able to take advantage of those, and I think it's great. I think what the union has put together overall is a fantastic thing. But again, there are downsides to everything. What's the downside of non-union work? Well, that means you get less than, great union wages. You get some good wages, don't get me wrong. There are a lot of people who pay very well, but it's less than union. And some companies don't like to deal with the union because there are a lot of entanglements that go along with that. Now, here's what SAG did, and it kind of annoys me that people would put other people down because they're not a member of their organization. They put out this ad saying, you can't fix bad acting in post. It means that if you hire non-union work, when you begin to edit, you can't edit out bad acting. Now, does that mean that the union only has the best of the best and only the greatest actors in the world are union actors? No, That's just like saying the NBA only has the best of the best. Well, there's some guys that play on, on basketball courts out in the street who some of them are just as good, if not better. Some just didn't want to do it. They didn't want to go in that route or whatever. They just didn't want to be in the NBA or whatever. That doesn't mean that because you're non-union, you're no good and you're not a good actor. There's some bad actors who are non-union actors. Trust me, I've come across some of them, a lot. But there's some union actors who aren't very good either. So there's a lot of actors who are out of work a lot of the time, both union and non-union. It's a very competitive industry, but you need to be on top of your game and figure out what works best for you, to go union or stay non-union. Now again, if you have a chance to do a union gig, go ahead and do it. You get at least one shot, if not two, before you have to join the union. That's called Taft-Hartley. They report that to the union and say, okay, this non-union person is going to be working with us. And they report that, and then they let you know, the union does, that you are now SAG eligible. So once you're SAG eligible, that means you can join the union at any time. Now, if you decide to go FICOR, that means they consider you a member not in good standing. So you don't have the benefit of the union behind you any longer. But guess what? They still want you to pay those dues. They still want that money. So you have to decide what works best for you. Being non-union and working in a right-to-work state, and hopefully you do, but if you don't, it's a whole different dynamic there. But if you work in a right-to-work state, you can still take advantage of union work as well as non-union work without having to join the union. But if you do join the union, then you decide you want to go FICOR, then there's a whole different dynamic that goes along with that too. Now you need to go to SAG, do your research, check out all these terms and what they mean for you, and if you want to go through that or not. It's totally up to you. Why? Because you are an independent contractor. I hope that this is good for you and that you got some good information out of this. Again, contact us at professionalactingforthelonghaul@yahoo.com and check out all the videos on our YouTube channel, Crossing Jordan Entertainment.